You don't want the Lord's blessing? You should go and give me some of that. Come on. Where you going? I just want to taste on that busted now. Let me taste it. Come on, let me taste it. What's going on, y'all? Ground Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today we got your boy Jesse Lee Peterson back in the news again by way of, I guess, Rashad Richey. He looks like a pastor. Rashad Richey looks like a dirty little pastor too, don't he? He'll steal your ties and then go mess with your wife. But anyway, man, so we got the real dirty pastor right here, man, Jesse Lee Peterson, the real dirty pastor, man. If you don't know who he is, he's the guy who's known for the beta. He's known for that, and recently he was caught doing some sexual practices with the other men's. He's anti-LGBT, LGTV or whatever the hell, but he's a LGTV. How does that work? How does it work? You don't even know. You don't even know. You know what's interesting? I think they said the term alpha and beta came from like back in like I think the Roman days when like I guess the beta was the dude who got bust open by the alpha guy. I think that's what happened. I'm for real.
You know what we call them?
What?
1 and 0.
That don't sound good.
We call them 1 and 0.
Beta sounds funnier. Alpha doesn't sound funny. Beta sounds much funnier.
Alpha doesn't sound funny?
Alpha just doesn't sound like it. I just don't even use alpha like that. Beta
no, but technically you should be both alpha and beta if you're a real...
I think, yeah, everybody has alpha and beta traits, but which one do you
no,
have the most of?
No, I'm talking about if you are gay, you should be able to be both alpha and beta. That's how, like, to be a real gay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying if you're not, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's get it.
Follow up. Not only is anti-LGBTQ pastor Jesse Lee Peterson gay, he's a predator. He may have even hit on David Pakman. And he ran away and caused him.
Alright, so you weren't a part of the last video I did on this. So the guys that he was messing with, they were all like 30 or something like that. And they probably just didn't know that he was LGTV. And then he came and he kind of was like, yeah, so what you want to do or something like that. Do you think that those guys are at fault, or do you think that that makes him an actual predator? Do you think he's just hitting on men?
How old were those men when he...
I just said it. They were like 30s and up.
Then why is he a predator?
I don't know. I actually do think one dude was like a younger dude, and then he kind of came in, and then he was like, yeah, you know, I can take care of you. I'm a pastor. And then, you know, I think he tried to mess with him and stuff. So I think it's one dude that actually was probably underage, but we don't know anything about the other guys.
Oh. I feel like for the underage one, yeah, maybe. But like for the grown adults that are 30 years old, when someone approach you and make those kind of suggestions, you can just turn them down, walk away, can't you?
Right. Let's get it.
An accident when someone confronted him. Here's the video.
Hey, Jesse Peterson. Martin Francis here. How are you? So, I'm the first man in your whole career. I am the first man in your whole career that you have run from. Like the chicken song that you play. You are running from me. You're running from your...
That boy got Chancletas with jeans?
Doing for 31 years.
Oh, man.
Get us killed here. Jesse's so upset that he tried to cross the street before he should have. And cause these cars to stop and bash into each other. So,
those cars were really...
Wow, he was really trying to get away. But yeah, he got on the Chancletas with jeans, and he caused an accident. He got 2 fouls. 2 fouls for the price of 1. You know what Chancletas with jeans is?
How's the king of New York rocking sandals with jeans? Open-toe sandals with Chancletas with jeans on.
He got on open-toe sandals with jeans. That's a no-go. You know that's a no-go. You know that's a no-go. And he caused an accident. That's 2 fouls.
Okay.
So what do you think about that accident? Do you think he actually caused it? Or do you think that it's like, oh yeah, he was just crossing the street, he stopped before they came. It was their fault.
I think the camera guy is also
He's also at fault too, huh?
To the left of him.
Yeah.
So if anything, the car's trying to avoid him.
Right. So the camera guy's also at fault too.
Yeah.
I think we just all, I guess, want to hate on Jesse so bad that we're just trying to crush him. He deserves a crushing. He deserves an extreme crushing, but let's go.
That's because I now have video proof, more so than before. Oh, that's nice. He wants me to tell them how I was sleeping with my brother's wife. That's fine. But Jesse, why will you not speak on your homosexual behaviors?
I have more video. Now, once again, no issue with the fact that Jesse Lee Peterson is, in fact, gay. The issue is he has literally taken a position for over 30 years, has been paid money in order to represent a position antithetical to the movement of a community that he belongs to. He has animated violence against individuals who are members of the LGBTQ community. He has lived his sexual freedoms while telling the world they must be legally restricted. David Pakman, great brother, actually has gone on Jesse Lee Peterson's show, and he gave some insight into his experience with Peterson. Here it is.
It turns out, it appears, that the very openly homophobic, anti-gay Christian pastor Jesse Lee Peterson is gay. And I'm going to talk about my experience with him, which included him being pretty handsy with me, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't sexually harassed, I didn't feel intimidated or anything, but at the time, I just wrote it off to this guy's just a character. He's just handsy. But I'm going to get back to that, okay? So here's the story. The Daily Beast now reporting, allegations of manosphere pastor's gay past, royal macho men. Jesse Lee Peterson has emerged as one of the right's most vocal anti-gay figures, but his one-time friends now allege that the pastor has had many same-sex relationships. I'm not going to give you every claim, but there are so many stories now of people saying, I was involved in sexual, men saying I was involved in sexual activity with Jesse Lee Peterson. He comes on to people aggressively in many cases.
Mr. Pakman, it's even more sinister than that. You see, I actually watched the interview of every single man who had their story. Jesse Lee Peterson is a predator. You see, here's what he did. He took individuals who had a substance abuse problem, moved them into his home called the Bond, basically a compound, a cult. And he said that he would counsel them, that God appointed him as his counselor. And as the relationship would continue, Jesse Lee Peterson would engage in these special counseling sessions that included sexual assault. It included him doing things to these other men that he called their second baptism and them being born again. He was a predator.
What you gotta say? What you gotta say?
I mean, I'm not religious. I may not be the smartest, but at least I know that's not the way to baptize a person. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, just.
So you think that?
How do they even believe in it? That's
a good question. So do you think that these men are at fault just a little bit? Or do you think it's like, oh man, they was down bad, they was strung out on drugs, and he took advantage of them? What you think?
Yeah, I think it's probably the later.
Okay.
Because I don't want to blame it on the victims. Right. And they probably were desperate, and then they want a clean start.
Right. So.
And he took advantage of it.
Come on, yeah.
Hey, Jesse?
Oh, you Jimmy. Go on, tell me what you need.
Oh, okay, so, yeah, so, I've been having some issues, and I was going to go to a therapist, but Andrew Tate said that was for losers, and Pastor Don said that I should go to get myself right with God, so I figured I'd go to the manosphere pastor.
God sent you to the right place.
So
tell Jesse what you need. What's wrong with you?
Well, I bought the Fresh and Fit course, and it didn't work out for me, and I didn't get any girls off of it, and I tried Donovan Sharp's course too, and it didn't hit for me either. So you know, I was just wondering, you know, my mental state is just down right now. I tried to look Max and Gym Max, and it just didn't work. Do you have anything that you could help me with? Like,
oh yes, you are fit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did say Gym Max.
I see the Lord has blessed you. Let me go and bless you one time.
Why are you bending out, Jesse?
Oh, you know, I'm gonna go and just, you know, ain't nothing really. Just.
What's that? What's that, Jesse? Who was that?
Oh, it's nothing. Just like you, he want to get baptized. It's nothing with it. Let me show you something. Tighten you up.
Hey!
Ah! Oh, come on.
That's not right. I thought
no.
you were gonna help me get right with God. I didn't come
you don't want the
this.
Lord's blessing? You should go and give me some of that. Come on. Where you going? I just want to taste on that busted now. Let me taste it. Come on, let me taste that busted. Bring it here. So with this, so do you think this is equivalent to a woman being is he actually assaulted by a man, like on one of the advances? This is equivalent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's any difference between male and female victims.
Alright, that's fair. Let's get it.
To these men who were broken. They were hurt. And they were looking for salvation. And they found it in this charlatan. Now, when Jesse Lee Peterson was on my program, I had no idea that he was a predator. But I would not allow him to bash gay people, black people, and women. Here's how that went. This is probably going to end up being an utter waste of my time having you on the show. Do you? What do you felt about? You don't know that. You may learn something. We'll see, preacher. What is it about Black Lives Matter that you disagree with fundamentally?
Black Lives Matter was founded by a bunch of fat black radical lesbians.
Okay.
And who
he sounds like he sucks pricks. Did you hear me?
Now you say that. Remember the time when all of you were like, "Beta," and like copying how he say stuff?
No, that was just the way he said beta. I didn't. That's the way he talks. Sound like I suck pricks. There's a bunch of black radical lesbians. He got that lisp. It's like I haven't been doing it too much, you know.
Don't say that. Unless you want me to stop doing whatever that is.
Let's go.
Yeah, I get this clown off my show. I appreciate you, man. So the next day on the show, he decided, along with about 2 or 3 of his co-hosts, all white males, to bash me for roughly an hour and 30 minutes, calling me a beta male. Here's some of that.
Got you. This guy is totally against White History Month, right? Yeah, he had white people working for him. He's against White History Month, but he supports homosexuality month and all that crap. What the? And I wonder, is it like for those white people who are working for him, knowing that they are working with a hater?
Yeah, just insanity, right? Mr. Rooney claims Peterson, this is the longest documented relationship. Mr. Rooney claims that Peterson approached him sexually back in 2005. He said, and I quote, "Next thing you know, he's ripping his clothes off," Rooney told the website. He also claims he had a 10-year sexual relationship with Peterson after the first incident, but eventually ended things when he confessed the affair to his wife. He also confessed the affair to his son. Mr. Rooney said his son believed in Jesse Lee Peterson so much that his son actually thought Jesse Lee Peterson could literally walk on water. I cannot tell this story without the backdrop of religion being at play. Why did Jesse Lee Peterson get away with this for so long? Why was he able to operate like this for 31 years? Only the industry of religion would allow something this insane to continue without somebody uncovering it. And
I wonder what Pastor Don got to say about this. Well, yeah, Pastor Don, I'm gonna tag you in this.
No, he will probably say Jesse Lee Peterson is a fake pastor. He's like an imposter. Imposter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't have that real connection with God.
All right, I'm expecting that, Pastor Don. Let's go.
He utilized the goodness of people. When people have faith, when people believe in something, that comes from goodness. He manipulated that part of them that believed there was something bigger than what was inside of them, that believed there was something bigger than what they were experiencing. He took that and made them victims. He was a predator. He wasn't just gay. No issue with his homosexuality. Issue with his hypocrisy all day. Jesse Lee Peterson is known as the black man white conservatives and far-right white advocates love to champion. He denies the existence of white privilege. Is against black people taking advantage of government programs that we pay into. And most importantly, he cannot stand homosexuality. Also, in a bizarre belief, more so than that, he said, and I quote, any woman that is climaxing is becoming a man because it's not normal for women to do that. I have to remind you, this guy has a combined 900,000 followers. We tried to get in touch with his PR company because we booked him before. Looks like they were.
You see how that one last sentence sounds so sarcastic now?
What?
It comes from a man who probably can't even make a woman climaxing. That's why he's saying it.
I mean, Jesse Lee Peterson deserves all the crushings. He deserves all the crushings. He's an elite Sly Cooper. Elite. You know what Sly Cooper is? You gotta look it up.
What is it?
You gotta look up what kind of animal Sly Cooper is.
Sly Cooper?
Sly Cooper, yeah. You gotta look it up. I gotta check that Grump out. Shout out to Grump. Let's go.
The body has dropped. Jesse Lee Peterson, he's been canceled all over the country for his upcoming speaking engagements. Now, who's canceling him? Insignificant white bigots. They are canceling Jesse Lee Peterson. All right. We've seen this time and time again, attorney, individuals who are proclaiming to be against a particular thing are actually what they fight against themselves. Quite fascinating, but not abnormal.
No, not at all. It seems to be very common. And it's very sad, the level of self-hatred, the fact that these individuals go as far as tearing down others, also attacking other marginalized groups. You see the way that Peterson goes after women, going after black people, despite him himself being black. It just seems very evident that he has so much self-hatred, but also the predatory nature of his behavior and taking advantage of people in the most vulnerable state, using religion to capitalize on that. This is definitely the hallmark of not only an individual who engages in self-hatred, but also engages in predatory behavior that is dangerous to our society at large. And so this is a good thing, without a doubt, that he has been exposed. At the same time, I think people need to open their eyes more, because I understand when it comes to religion that, you speak of Jesus being the shepherd and sheep, but we really need people not to be sheep, but to truly open their eyes and to ask themselves if these prophets that they are listening to are really echoing the sentiments that the leader Jesus Christ would be echoing, because it seems that they are damn sure not when you look at people like Peterson.
You make such a compelling point that I would like to opine on. Jesus, Yahshua, preached nothing according to Scripture about homosexuality, but he did preach about hypocrisy. He did preach about government corruption and taking care of the poor. And it's fascinating that these individuals have ripped away the fundamental principle of love in Scripture. But I agree.
Right. So the video ended right there. The video ended. You guys, how do you guys feel about that? It's a lot of hypocrisy going on. Are you mad that Jesse Lee Peterson? Are you more so mad because he's LGTV, or are you mad because of the hypocrisy? I think he's probably mad because of the hypocrisy. I think all the white dudes that was following were probably mad at both. They're probably like, "You're LGTV. You know we don't like them."
Because one of his main selling points is he's against that. So people who subscribe to him must also
his main selling point is that he's a black man that talks down on black people.
Yeah, but also he likes to say all the alpha, beta, anti-homosexual kind of thing. So people buying the whole package.
Yeah, they're buying the whole package. Yeah. They're probably like, you're already black. But then you came through with this.
Cynthia?
You already know you're black, but you came through with this, boy. We're going to whip you good if you want to come back in our good graces. That's what they're probably saying, his little audience. We're going to whip you good, you want to come back in our graces, boy. Jesse. And he'll probably like it. Oh, yeah, come on, get me.
Yeah. I didn't expect him to be a pastor, though. Like, when his clips were playing, when he was like, beta, 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 I just thought he was like an entertainer.
I didn't know he was a pastor either. I thought it was just a talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Jesse Lee Peterson happens to be the bailiff.
I feel like if you're a pastor, like right, shouldn't you not be labeling people, putting people into categories and then shaming them? I don't know. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that doesn't seem pastor-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem pastor-like.
It's not like a
yeah, unless it's one of those new youth ministry pastors that are different. I don't know how the youth ministry's playing it these days, but you know they try to be cool and hip. Maybe he's one of them guys. Why are you looking at me? Should I be a youth ministry pastor?
No, I just don't know how it's like because I've never been to one.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
okay.
My entire youth was spent.
That's interesting. We had a whole different life.
Oh, you just found out today?
That's so interesting. That is really interesting. Like you did like our childhood was like vastly different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's it for the video right there, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about this whole situation. If you watched it at this point, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't be lame, and we'll see you next time.